Brexit News. Nicky Morgan fears Nigel Farage deal would be death of Tories. UK News Express.co. Earlier this week, Conservative MP for Reigate, Crispin Blunt, suggested a deal should be agreed between the Tories and Nigel Farage. She added,
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.